Tonight we're going to discuss why it's a bad idea to knock up a nun. Hello everybody, it's Dungeon Dan. This is the Real Nine podcast. We're going to talk about Pregnant Nuns Gone Wild tonight. Two movies, Immaculate and The First Omen. Let's start with Immaculate. This was a movie, I think this was shot in Spain. I'm not 100% sure on that, sorry. But it starred Sydney Sweeney, and they tried to do this movie back in 2014 when Sweeney was 17. But they could never get the production up and running. So here in 2024, they've released the movie. Sydney is also the starring role, and she produced the film, which is a nice little bit of trivia. So what's the movie about? Obviously, a pregnant nun, but it doesn't start out this way. A young girl turns to Christianity after a near-death drowning when she was younger. She gets invited to join a convent in Italy, and this place they take care of aging nuns that are dying. So that's what she does during the day. She just takes care of them, makes them comfortable. Like all these movies, at first, it's a beautiful church. Everybody seems to be nice, but it really doesn't take long to start seeing the dirty side of the convent. And one thing about this movie is, short of the leading girl, and there's a lot of really unattractive nuns in this thing. Of course, all the priests seem to be, centerfold, I guess, material. But either way, it doesn't. She's going about her duties, and she's starting to notice weird little things at night. A painting of a religious painting that pops up in her room at night, not there during the day. She hears screams. So while she's trying to figure out what's going on, the first thing she figures out is she's a prisoner there. She's not going to get out of there. So she comes up with some pretty inventive ways to try to get out of that convent, try to get away from these people. She doesn't know what's going on, but it doesn't look good for her. As the movie progresses, the real evil of what's happening starts to come to light, and it's really hard. I'm having a hard time trying to think of how to describe this to you, because I do not want to give you any spoilers. This movie once it gets to kicking, it's going to keep your attention, and you're going to start suspecting a whole array of different people for different reasons, and you're going to be looking for all the cliche shots, and you're not going to get them. What you are going to get is a hell of a battle and a whole lot of gore. I was not expecting this much, and the ending was pretty fucked up. This movie is totally worth watching. It's definitely, it's just under a 4-star movie for me. 4 out of 5 stars. I wound up enjoying this one quite a bit. All the actors did an amazing job. Even the ones that had the small parts, they played their stuff really well. You could just the expressions in some scenes of the people that are back in the background. It made you believe you were there and some shady shit was going down, and you start worrying about your main character. I think this is streaming, or it's about to come on streaming. Obviously, you could go to Amazon and rent it. It's well worth the rental. I wish I had gone to see this in a theater. I think it would have been even a bigger impact for me. But I watched it online, and it was good. It was good. I'm going to give you guys my thumbs up on this one. Immaculate. You want to check it out. The next movie is The First Omen. And, when I first heard that they were going to do another Omen movie, I was like, why? And even when I saw the trailer, I just wasn't convinced, I thought this was a bad idea. We've had a lot of Omen movies, and most of them sucked, to be honest with you. But that's not the case in this one. The First Omen is a must see. I was surprised. This particular movie, they wanted to keep it at. They did not want to go to an NC-17. Let's say that. And they wound up cutting 13 seconds out of, I believe, the ending. Now, 13 seconds doesn't sound like a lot, but you can show and tell a lot in 13 seconds of film. And already, having seen how this turns out, I can't imagine what that 13 seconds must be. I hope that when this comes out for purchase, I'm hoping we can get the uncut version, because I will run out and buy it right away. Again, we have a young woman who is sent to Rome to begin her service to the church. She's obviously a nun. Nice. She gets set up, and she's got a roommate, and this is like the smoking hot nun roommate. This is what fantasies are made about, folks. And she likes to get dressed up, dressed down, partially dressed, and go clubbing at night. And of course, she takes our main character with her. And that's about the time shit goes wrong. In Rome in this story, in Rome at this time, there is a big conflict with religion going on, and the people of Rome they're targeting the church and anybody who serves the church. So it's dangerous to go out, and especially going out clubbing dressed like, you want to go out and get laid. The movie builds things they show you stuff, but you don't see everything. And it's kind of like you move forward, and then they bring what really happened. You get a hint that the night out of clubbing was not quite what she remembers. And, they do a really good job of, releasing the story in segments so that, you don't get bored. There's always something new that's happening, and it just keeps you going. You want to watch. I would say the evilness starts to pop up. I mean, come on, it's an Omen movie. We already know devil's got to be involved somehow. That people are going to get fucked up. I got to admit that, I spent a lot of the time cringing, because I'm like, oh my God, they are setting this up like a famous shot from the original Omen, and they don't. I mean, it looks like it, and you're waiting for it to happen, and it's not that something doesn't happen, or in some cases nothing happens, but it's completely different. So you still get that, oh shit, I can't believe that just happened to that dude. They didn't try to reproduce any of the big kill scenes from the original. This one, obviously, it comes to a very gory ending for our main character. And then it takes you farther, and I'm not going to spoil it. Even if you see it coming, you're still going to be really happy when you see it. And I think they did an amazing job. The Omen, the First Omen, this is a must-see. This will go into my physical collection when it's available. Immaculate is going to go into my physical collection when it's available. I don't buy, Blu-rays as often as I used to. I used to get whatever was new. I'm a lot more choosy, mainly because the collection has gotten bigger than my room would hold. So again, this one will be streaming. This one's streaming soon. I don't know where it's going to come out first, but you can go to Amazon Prime and rent it, I'm sure. I'm going to give both of these a thumbs up. The moral of the story of both of these, obviously, is pregnant nuns are nothing but trouble. That's going to do it for this week. Another short and sweet show. Kevin and I will be working on a show together, which might show next week. But if not, I'm thinking my next show is going to be Abigail, which is streaming right now. And I liked it. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. See you next week.